Happy New Year, everybody. It's that time of year again when about 60% of the people have an intention of setting a New Year's resolution in December. About half of those actually sticking to it, with about 10% keeping with that resolution throughout the year. Those are not great numbers, and yet still, I am a big fan of New Year's resolutions, and my track record the last couple years especially has been extremely strong. I'm now year 3 in avoiding alcohol, year 2 of getting to the gym 2 or more times a week, and I have a couple others that I've been sticking with around media consumption, food choice, things like that. I have a pretty strong record on resolutions, and I want to show you my secrets of what I've done. I've also run a life coach training school. I've logged over 4,000 hours of coaching and working with people in an ICF accredited program. I've seen a lot of what works in people's lives, and this is what I have found works. Now, the idea of a fresh start and a new beginning has a long and documented history as far back as the Babylonians and the festival of Akitu, where people pledged to give back the money that they borrowed to pay off debts and to give fresh pledges of loyalty to the king. And this idea of fresh beginnings, new starts, it's rooted in humanity. And New Year's represents the largest collective resolution where about a third of the people have some intention of being a better human. And I like tapping into that energy. So here are the 4 guidelines. Guideline number 1 is to start gentle. Resolving to do something for a whole year, starting from zero or nothing to full steam ahead, is not recommended. My recommendation is to start very small. Think just one day. Just one day. I'm going to do this for one day, see what happens. All right, now I'm going to do it for 2 days. Now 3, then 4, and then a week, and then a month. Gently start gentle with yourself and, allow yourself to sink into it. Which leads to step number 2 is being mindful about the type of goal that you are setting. I just put a video together about the idea of goals and why a lot of people are allergic to them, and understanding the difference between a long-term, a mid-term, and a short-term goal, when to use SMART goals, best practices for all those things. I'll put a link in the description here. But basically, if you're looking for a New Year's resolution, I think start simple and small. And the idea is you want to let go of something, and you also want to bring something in, because this preserves the equality, the ecology of our lives. Everything in our lives is here for a reason. And when you take something away or you want to add something, it's really useful to think about, okay, so how does this affect everything else? What's the ecology going to be in this? And so having a stop doing and a start doing goal at the same time is best practice. So if you want to stop doing something like, let's say, stop not going to the gym, then you have to think, okay, so what else in my life am I going to avoid or cut out so I can do the thing that I know I need to do? Which leads to the third thing, is creating a system around your goal. Whatever you need to help make that decision to follow through, to make it easier to do the work, to prepare for it to happen. That's the incessant your preparation. That's your job. That's what you really need to focus on. So if you want to play the piano every day, get your music there, get a reminder going. If you want to get to the gym, then sign up for a program where you have to show up 2 or 3 times a week and people there are expecting you to show up. If you want to fill in the blank, then create a system around that space. And now number 4, this might be my favorite. This one is to add curiosity and to make the goal an experiment in and of itself. Incorporating a learning goal adds meaning to the goal. It's the ability to, and if you have the ability to work with a life coach, do so, because this is best practice. And basically what a life coach will help you do is they will help you understand, okay, this is where this goal fits. This is the experimentation of this. If you want to make food choices this week, then you can see, okay, how does this affect my energy level? If I want to play the piano every day, okay, so how does that affect my mental emotional space? You want to go a step beyond in thinking about, okay, so how does this goal impact these other areas? Because then you start focusing, okay, on these other areas. How is this more fun? How does that add more meaning and texture to the idea and the goal that I have set for myself? So to summarize, number 1, start gentle. Just think one day, 2 days, 3 days, just start really, really slow. Step two, think of a stop doing and a start doing. What are you going to take out and what are you going to put in? Three, focus on building a system around your new choice. The separation is in the preparation. The idea that you're going to do something just out of the blue with no support around it, it's challenging. But the idea of putting those support pieces in place and making it truly a system, this is often the key. And finally, add curiosity to your resolution so you can make it into a meaningful experiment. And the more successes you have around resolutions, the idea of, yeah, this is what I know works for me. I know that if I do these things, if I start gentle, if I have a stop doing, if I have a start doing, if I preserve that ecology in my life, if I make an experiment, this is what I know works. You can build on those successes and these resolutions become really, really fun. Thank you so much for engaging in this material and watching these videos. For those of you who've subscribed and pressed the like button, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope to see you soon with some more content on my take on goal setting and this goal setting mini series. Thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.